New South Wales Government and Labor have unveiled competing policy pitches in education in time for the first day back at school. But while Chris Minns was talking up his tutoring plan, he wasn't so keen to take instruction from a federal MP critical over his pokie machine position. Kenny Heatley's here.
Targeting electoral battleground Western Sydney seats once again, the Premier and opposition leader go head-to-head on education.
This is a key plank of New South Wales Labor's attempt to convince the people of New South Wales that we're future-focused.
Designed to help students catch up on where they fell behind during the pandemic, an intensive tutoring program introduced by the New South Wales Government will be extended for 12 months if the coalition is re-elected. Labor will take that same tutoring program and one-up the coalition, making it permanently available to 43,000 students across the state.
It will be free, it will be permanent and it will be ongoing.
A broader fight over school funding is also escalating as both parties try and meet the Gonski Review's schooling resources standard. That standard estimates how much money public schools need. The state government currently contributes 70% and the federal government gives 20%, meaning there's currently a shortfall of around 10%. Chris Minns is promising to increase state funding to 75% and negotiate with their Labor counterparts in the Albanese government for an extra 5%, which would see the schooling resources standard benchmark achieved. But if the Prime Minister doesn't agree, state Labor says it will contribute more in lieu of federal funding. That position prompting the Education Minister to criticise Labor for possibly shortchanging the state.
We think it's really important that the federal Labor government steps up here.
Under Labor, teachers will also see a big pay rise.
We're going to scrap the wages cap so that teachers can argue for a pay increase.
But did not provide specifics on how the budget will cover the costs.
It's not realistic and it's not honest.
The Teachers' Union confirming they will push for salary increases that match inflation under those talks with Labor.
Teachers deserve a pay rise, recognising the expectations that as a society we place upon them.
Another flashpoint this election is poker machine reform. Independent federal MP Andrew Wilkie has weighed into state politics, declaring if Chris Minns doesn't adopt Premier Perrottet's forthcoming cashless gaming card reforms, he is morally bankrupt. The Labor leader is committing only to a trial of cashless gaming across 500 machines.
And we haven't got anything from the New South Wales Government. So I've read his criticisms, but I'm not going to sign up to a policy that hasn't even been released.
A bigger question is, do voters care about cashless gaming? A new Resolve strategic survey revealed 93% of voters nominated cost of living, in particular food and grocery bills, as their #1 concern this election. And they trust Labor best to handle that issue over the government. According to the poll, Dominic Perrottet and his team are more trusted to deliver on the economy and infrastructure. But what this poll also revealed is a massive amount of undecided voters on which party they think is best to handle the cost of living crisis, making this election campaign all the more critical. Kenny Heatley, Sky News, Sydney.